Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to this week's Commitments of Traders review. Today we're going to have a look at the 19th COT report in 2014, and as usual we're going to start off with the changes in commercials positions. So here we go. As you can see, we've got Euro on top of the list with a 20% change in commercials positions, 22 in large speculators. Large speculators have just gone below the zero line. They become net short, while commercials are net long, as you can see. The change itself is actually pretty large. We do see much greater changes roughly a year ago. We can also state that these change signals are pretty effective in the euro. So in this case, of course, we are talking about a bullish COT change signal, possibly pushing prices a bit higher in the near future. But let's have a look at the extreme and see what the longer term picture shows us. You can see that we are a bit closer to the bearish extreme side, but altogether, if you look at this 5-year chart, we are more or less in between the two extremes. You can see we had this beautiful bullish extreme back in 2012. Since then, we are seeing rising prices, and we have not seen a really significant bearish COT extreme yet, like the one over here I'm showing you in 2011 that was able to push down prices from these levels. So basically it's more or less the change signal that could affect prices, and of course since we do not have a significant bearish extreme, it's basically this bullish one that is still telling us the storyline, possibly pushing prices even high from here. Dow Jones, our next market, 19% change in commercials, 27 in large speculators. You can see that although these numbers are pretty large, also they're much lower than we've seen in euro. Again, this of course is a bearish change signal. It's not that large, as you can see. Let's have a look at the effectiveness of the COT change signal in Dow Jones. We may state just for these few, well actually this one was a bullish change signal coming not at the best moment in time, but here we have some good examples just at this bottom, getting some large bullish COT change signals. We've got some bearish ones over here. All in all, I would say that the majority of these COT change signals seem to be effective in Dow Jones. Let's have a look. Let's have a sneak peek at the wider picture, whether we've got an extreme. We actually are pretty close to this bullish COT extreme that is very close to the zero line over here. We've moved a bit away from these levels. Small speculators are pretty pessimistic about the market. Again, something that in general is more of a bullish signal also. So basically I would say there's a good chance that this rally is going to continue in Dow Jones at least. Swiss franc, our next market, we have a 19% change in commercials, 14 in large speculators, and 23 in small speculators. Pretty large changes, especially in commercials if you look at the chart. Of course, similar to the euro, this is a bullish change signal. Opening a 5-year chart, we're going to have a look at the extreme. Here we go. Not long ago, we had a more of a bearish extreme signal that we're moving away from at the moment. This over here back in 2013 and then in 2012, of course, similarly to the euro, were pretty large bullish signals in the Swiss franc. Let's move on and have a look at large speculator COT Extreme. Here we go. We've got wheat on top of the list with a 77 report extreme. Let's open the 5-year chart right away and see this extreme on a wider time frame. Here we go. Of course, as we've talked about this a few reports ago, This is a bearish COT Extreme, and as you can see, prices have significantly moved away from these price levels. So they may actually be reacting to this extreme situation that we've got in wheat. Maybe it's not as large as the previous one, but it's still large enough to be able to push prices in a downwards direction, of course. Next market, platinum, 10% change in commercials positions, but I'm sorry, we are talking about large speculators here. We have a 63 report extreme in large speculators positions. Here we go, you have this wider chart, and you can see that we are moving towards bearish extreme levels, at least for commercials and large speculators. In case of small speculators, I wouldn't say that we are there. Actually, we would be talking about a bearish extreme level if they were closer to 7,000 contracts net long, which is definitely not the case. But still, you can see that the extreme is widening. Of course, there's still some space left before we really reach that level. I wouldn't say that this picture here is really a clear sign of any direction, so I'd be a little bit more patient and wait for a few more reports to really see a more visible COT signal in platinum. The Australian dollar, we have a 53 report extreme both in commercials and large speculators, which, as you can see on this 5 years chart, is not really a significant extreme. We are actually moving away from this bullish extreme level. And we're more or less in between the two extremes, at least the two extremes that we can see on this 5 years chart. So in my opinion is that this bullish extreme is still in place, still pushing prices higher. Let's not forget large speculators being in net long positions. So if we follow the rule to follow large speculators, we should take care that they are actually net long at the moment. Okay, that's going to be all for this week. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I hope to see you next week. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.